Hi everyone, in this video we will learn how to run Splunk Enterprise using Docker. Let us briefly talk about both platforms. Docker is a platform used to build, share, and run containerized applications. We will use Docker to create a container that runs Splunk Enterprise, a platform for security information and event management, IT operations, and data analytics. Splunk Enterprise can index, search, analyze, and visualize various types of machine data, including event logs. Running Splunk in a Docker container is a great way to learn how to work with the service. In a previous video, I explained how to install Docker on Ubuntu. I highly recommend installing Docker on a virtual machine running Linux because Docker works optimally with the Linux kernel, taking advantage of its native features for containerization. The link to this install video is in the description below. Let us get into the tutorial. I am currently working with Ubuntu Jammy Jellyfish. I am going to bring up my terminal. To check if Docker is running, I will run system controls status Docker. We can see that Docker is currently active. Next, I am going to download the Splunk image and run Splunk in a container. We will run the following command from Docker Hub. Let us review the command. First, Docker will try to run the image, but since I do not have it locally, it will download the Splunk image from Docker Hub. Once the image is downloaded, Docker will run a container in detached mode. The -p flag creates a port mapping from our local machine to the container's port, allowing us to access Splunk. After we run our command, we will be able to access Splunk in a web browser by using the address localhost 8000. With Splunk start args, we need to accept the license agreement in order to run Splunk. I included a link to the agreement in the description below. We also need to set a password in order to log into Splunk. By default, the username for accessing Splunk through the container is admin. Finally, we will tag our container with the name flag. If I want to get more information on the container, I will know to look for the container tagged as Splunk. We have successfully downloaded the Splunk image. It will take a minute or two for Splunk to start. Let us run Docker ps. As Docker is starting, we will see health starting in the output. Let us run Docker ps again. This time we see the status of up healthy, which means Splunk is running and I can access the platform. I'm going to bring up a browser to access Splunk using the web interface. In the address bar, I will input localhost 8000 per our port mapping. This brings me to the login screen. The username is admin and I will input the password I created as well. And we have successfully logged into Splunk. In a future video, I will demonstrate how we can upload event logs into Splunk Enterprise, analyze, and visualize the logs. Thanks everyone for watching. I hope that this video was helpful. If you found this video helpful, feel free to like and subscribe. You can also connect with me on LinkedIn, X, GitHub, Medium, and Odyssey. Thanks again everyone, and happy coding.